morning, Vicky here with you, and today I'm doing something that I haven't done in a while, which is a little journaling out of the box. I just felt like doing something crafty. I just finished work. I was working from the studio today, and I was hoping to do this during my lunchtime because this is going to be a very small project, but then I was freezing. It was cold today, and so I decided to, instead of doing some art, to just do some organizing, and this way I would it would force myself to move, and therefore by moving I would get warmer. So that's what I did during my lunchtime. But now I've just finished work, and I figured it was the perfect time to do this little project. So that's what we're doing today, tonight, whenever you guys are going to be watching, but for me it's tonight. So whenever I do mixed media and I have leftover paint, I always put it somewhere, and I have these little cards that were from leftover painting session that I did over on Patreon, and I figured let's just use one of those little cards and make something out of it. Now I have no plans. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I just know I want to do a little project and something fun. So I have some words here that were sent in Happy Mail, so that might be something I could use. Let's check if there's something that calls me. Actually, before I do that, I was thinking I was going to choose an image, and I also have this, which is a little drawer from my I store all my stuff on my desk in clear cosmetic little organizer thingies. I just love it because they stay contained, and at the same time it's clear, so I can see what's in it, and I usually write what's on it. So this is just some miscellaneous die cuts and items that were sent over in Happy Mail, or things that I had left over, and I figured maybe there's an image or something that we can use that would be in there, and that could be the start of whatever is going to be on this. Oh, see, this would be a good color of image for this, I feel. No, not really. I have that one as well. That would be pretty. That would be more tone on tone. Okay, so let's see. One of those would be good. Now let's see what type of sentiments I have. That would be good, but it's too big. Maybe if I was to use this one. I can collage some of these. Okay, so I'm thinking the So Happy would be good. My Story might be good. Doesn't really work out. So I want to check in the little bin if I have something else that calls to me more with this little image. So I haven't done these little cards in quite a long time. It's so much fun to be back to this. Oh, Smile would be good. Smiles. I'm hoping to do more this year of mixed media and all sorts of stuff. On YouTube as well, not just over on Patreon. Obviously they get to see they get to see more, but you know, I'm hoping to share here so that there's going to be more. My plan is to have more videos everywhere. That's the plan. So more here, and then if you want even more, then you should go and check out Patreon for sure. There's going to be more there as well, and I intend to share more everywhere. That would be my goal. Every success story starts with a dream. I like that. But I'm not sure that it fits with her. Garden gamine. I'm thinking that would be more fitting for her because she seems to be in the garden. And gamine in French is little girl. So she is a little girl. Well, she's a little fairy, but so I'm thinking I like that. Okay, so then I need to finish off this card. For sure, I will probably edge it in black because I just do that. And I do want to put some other element on there. Now the question is what? I have my distress crayons, which I don't use enough. Do I want to use yellow? Or darker pink, reddish pink? Because there is some of the red here. If I'm to use this, I can kind of tie the red with it. What do I use? I want to make some marks or something. It is a small space, so obviously there's a limit to how much you can put on there. But I still would like to put something. I could also just put, I put dark, black or do I put white? So many decisions. You can tell like I'm not, you know, sometimes you kind of need to get your head going and your flow going in order to have stuff flow. And I feel like that's how I am feeling right now. Is that my head, my flow is just not there yet. No, it's not working out the way I want. So maybe I should just put some paint. Some white and some black paint. Whoa, that was way too much. And that's how I end up with having paint on other things. Okay, so this sponge is all okay, so that is not what I'm looking for, but somehow let's use up the rest of this. And I don't know on what, because most of my stuff is not dark. So how do I use the leftover white paint? That's a question. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit of the black, because clearly I didn't, it wasn't coming out, and then suddenly it came out like crazy. And now I'm just making a mess, because I didn't like how that turned out. That's okay. I mean, it's just paint, and it's just a little journaling out of the box, so nothing serious, nothing fancy. Just actually, it might actually do good that it's just gonna blend it out, kind of like the gray that it's creating, which gives me the idea that maybe I want to do more of that on these. Since I've got it out. Maybe I should gray out some more. I'm putting paint all over, but that's okay. That's part of the fun of doing mixed media, honestly, is all that good stuff. And I had some that were more finished, but I didn't want to use those. I really wanted to start a new project. And I do have a bunch that have nothing on them, just gesso. So if I put a little bit of the black and I do a mix of this, I could actually just create a nice little background that I can then later on use. And I like the texture that it gives, so that's going to be fun to work with. That was a happy accident. And it's going to give me a chance to use up that leftover paint. So I've got 3 tiles done that way. I don't want to have a ton of them. How about doing a few index cards? I love working on glass because I can just wipe my desk clean afterwards. Makes it a lot easier. I don't know, I find it's even easier than the mat that I had from Ranger. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do the edge like this. So I'm gonna go back with it on it and just wipe down my desk and my hands and everything. That's the part that it's hard to keep nice nails and stuff when you do mixed media. I don't know, it's just almost impossible to keep them going. Okay, so the black and the white are done. I think this little sponge has done pretty much its work, but I'll put it aside just in case I want to do more of something with it. So let's go back to this little card and what was going on with it, which now is completely going to be a different look. I'm liking this. Actually makes a dreamy background, and it's also pretty much like the color here. So that was a really happy accident, I have to admit. Sometimes that happens. Okay, so let's add more of this because it's now gone, and that was not the plan. trying to see which way, what I want to see, what I want to hide. I'm thinking I like that this way, so I will just glue it like that. Oh, these had sentiment on the back. Oh well. I like the pattern, so I'm using it for the pattern and not for the sentiment. That's the fun part. You can use whatever you want, whichever way you want. There's no right or wrong way of doing these little journaling cards. They're just having fun and playing. I'm gonna go around the sentiment. Just to give them a little bit more depth. Okay. And now the decision will be, do I feel like it's enough, or do I want to add something else to it? And it's so funny how it didn't turn out to be that color at all, and it wasn't at all the plan, but I do like it though. Like it a lot. Now I'm thinking I want to just add a little bit more with something. This is just a fountain pen that has black permanent ink in it, and it's just one of those fountain pens that is inexpensive, so I don't mind using it for my art. And actually I need to fill it back up because I've been using it a lot. So yeah, I think I can call this little card done. Not at all what I had anticipated, because if you remember correctly, it started off something more like this, and definitely much different. It had a lot more of the green and the pink, but you know what? I think it turned out pretty awesome. I love happy accidents. So that is it, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed. It's a much longer video than I thought. I thought it was going to be just this tiny little thing. I think it's much longer, but I still think it was a fun little project. And I have a bunch of the little cards with the gray that are going to be really fun, because there's some fun texture on this. So they're a nice base for something else, which I do not know yet. So that's it, guys. Love you and see you soon. Bye.